Joseph Wong said, "Influence is our inner ability to lift people up to our perspective." With that, Assalamu alaikum and good day everyone. This is Aslamia Zamora, the first presenter in Dialectical Classical Kalam, and I am going to discuss about the Greek sources and influences. To make discussion easier, I have prepared 6 points or 7 points of discussion. And to begin with, let's have the first point, which is the 5 masters in Greece who had influenced Muslim intelligentsia. This is according to the author of Kasbuz Zunun, Khatib Jelbi, a Muslim author lived during the Ottoman Empire. We have Bancles, Pythagoras, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. Among these 5 masters, meron dito kinukonsider na most important master. Sa tingin niyo sino? Well, let's find out. Bancles is the most important of these masters because he lived in the days of Prophet David and he learned medicine and other sciences from Luqman, the great Hakim. And after he returned, kasi sa Syria itong si Luqman, after he returned, he wrote a book which apparently denied the life hereafter. And because of this, marami sa kanyang mga followers ang hindi na sumunod sa kanya. Jalaluddin al-Kifti, the writer of Al-Akbar al-Hukama, sinabi niya o dinescribe niya na nakita niya yung book and he denies na ganoon na dininay ang hereafter or life hereafter doon sa book ni Bancles. A noted Batini, Maud B. Abdullah B. Maysera, was greatly influenced by the philosophy of Bancles and followed it as a religion. Itong Batini kasi, ang pinaka na-impluensyahan ng philosophy nitong si Bancles ay ang Batini community. Community sa ng Muslims na tinawag silang Batini based on my research because they interpreted the religious text in the hidden or inner meaning. Kumbaga hindi mas focus nila yung inner meaning ng isang religious text compare sa kanyang literal na meaning. It is held that Bancles was the first to believe in the attributes and essence being identical with each other. Siya yung kauna-unahang naniwala na ang attributes and essence, when we say attributes, is the characteristics and essence is yung kakayahan natin, kakayahan ng isang bagay or ng isang nilalang, is identical. Ibig sabihin, similar. And according to him, God is omnipotent. When we say omnipotent ay powerful, omniscient, know everything, and merciful. Maawain sa kanyang mga creation. Abul Hudail al-Basri, a representative of Mu'tazila, agreed to his view. Okay, let's move on to Pythagoras. He learned geometry and medicine from Egyptian scholars. According to the Tabaqatul Atibba, he was the first to use the word philosophy for this kind of knowledge. He believed in the mortality of soul and held that the virtuous souls will enjoy reward in the hereafter in the world of souls. Ang ibig sabihin, naniniwala siya sa mortality. Tayo, namamatay tayo. Naniniwalaan na yun and naniniwala siya sa hereafter. Opposite to Bancles. We have Socrates. He was a disciple of Pythagoras and more inclined to divine philosophy. Socrates was better known for his method of dialectics. He believed in monotheism. Ibig sabihin masyadong malapit sa Muslim, sa beliefs ng Muslim. And lived a life of asceticism. When we say asceticism, severe discipline or masyadong pagkadisiplina. His monotheistic views confronted Greek mythology which advocate polytheism. When we say polytheism, kasi ang mga Greek ay naniniwala sila sa polytheism, which is many God. So, salungat yung paniniwala ni Socrates na monotheism sa paniniwala ng Greek mythology. So, yan yung paniniwala niya, very close to us, Muslim. Let's have Plato. Si Plato, at the age of 20, he became the disciple of Pythagoras. But after Pythagoras' death, he learned philosophy from his successor, Socrates. So kung na-learn siya or nag-aral siya ng philosophy kay Socrates, posible or napakalaki ng chances na napasa sa kanya yung paniniwala ni Socrates, which is naniniwala siya sa monotheism. He was also influenced by the Egyptian philosophers who taught him physics and natural sciences. We also have the second point, which is the school of philosophy popular in Greek tradition before Plato. Meron tayong Eleatics, Stoics, Peripatetics, Sophists, and Epicureans. This school of philosophy, meron silang kanya-kanyang concern. Eleatics showed keener interest in physics. Physics is a branch of science that study nature, matter, properties of matter and energy. Ang Stoic at Epicureans ay both diniscuss nilang problems of ethics. Peripatetics naman concern themselves with the problems of various fields. Ang Sophists naman ay interested in political philosophy. Let's move on to the third point, the three broad groups of Greek philosophers on the basis of their subject matter. This is according to Kifty and other philosophers. We have materialists, naturalists, and metaphysicians. Ang materialist ay they held that the world is eternal and uncreated. Hindi daw ginawa ang world. They believe that the things have opposite qualities. And because of that, they cannot be a creation of any supernatural power because of their being opposite in nature. For God is all good, and good cannot create evil. Yun yung paniniwala nila. That is why they argue that God does not exist. Kasi 'di ba, sabi nila, paniniwala nila, God is all good, and good cannot create evil. Ang ibig sabihin kasi lahat ng bagay may opposite, may mabuti at may masama. So, naniniwala sila doon sa opposition or na magkasalungat ang lahat ng bagay. Because of that, nag-argue sila na God do not exist. Kasi kung merong God, everything is good. God is all good. Kaya hindi maaaring magkaroon ng bad. Kaya hindi sila naniniwala na merong God. Yan ang mga materialist. And according to the author of Akhbarul Hukama, Thales of Miletus was the founder of this school of philosophy. Next, we have the naturalist. Believed in things being combination of various natural capacities. They held that the world is created by one who is wise, independent, and all-powerful, who could combine different elements to create one particular being. Naniniwala sila na this world is created by the one na malakas at independent. But they rejected any possibility of life hereafter. Hindi naman sila naniniwala sa life hereafter. Although naniniwala sila na this world is created by the one na powerful, pero hindi pa rin sila naniniwala sa hereafter. Next is the metaphysicians. They believe in God and were close to Islam. Very close sila sa Islam. Therefore, the Muslims were most influenced by this set of philosophers, which include Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. Let's move on to popularity of Greek learning. Greek learning became widely popular after Alexander the Great conquered many countries. So dito nagsimula kung bakit naging popular ang Greek learning. He succeeded in popularizing Greek language and learning. In his time, Greek language and literature crossed the boundaries and became popular in other parts of the world. So maraming naging organization, samahan ng mga Greek literature. Or marami sa kanila, hindi lang ginagamit sa pagsusulat yung Greek language, kundi ginagamit na rin nila sa discourses, sa mga debates, ganyan. Alexandria, Haran, and John D. Shapur were in the Middle East. So itong merong organization sa Middle East or samahan ng mga writer na nasa Middle East. Ito yung kasama sina Alexandria. And itong mga samahan na to ng mga magagaling or mahilig sa literature ay existed na sila before pa man yung advent ng Islam based on our reference. And that is the reason why kung bakit marami doon sa mga translators ng Greek books ay hindi Muslim or Kristiyano. And dahil na nga rin sa popularity ng Greek words, ay marami ring mga Muslim leaders ang nagka-interest na palawigin or paunlarin pa ang book translation. And kabilang doon ay ang iba't ibang dynasties or meron tayong dalawang dynasties. We have Umayyad Dynasty and Abbasids. Khalid bin Yazid was keenly interested in the books of chemistry and got them translated into Arabic. Dahil nga sa kagustuhan niya, kumbaga parang naiinganyo na sila dahil sa popularity ng Greek works, ay ito, inipa-translate nila ni Khalid bin Yazid into Arabic. But Umayyad's contribution to the translation of these books is not. Ibig sabihin or maaari nating sabihin na hindi sila nagkaroon ng malaking impact or contribution sa pagta-translate ng mga Greek books. Samantala, Abbasids expressed their keenness and provided patronage to Greek masters. But they made an advent into this field right from their inception. Iba sa Umayyad Dynasty. Kasi ang Abbasid, right from their inception, when we say inception, yung pagsisimula pa lang nila, nakikitaan na sila ng malaking impact and contribution doon sa pag-translate ng books of Greek or Greek philosophers, Greek masters. Translation work is spread over in 3 phases. We have the first phase starts from Al-Mansur, in which the books on morality, logic, astrology, and medicine were rendered into translation. Dito sa first phase, ang mga books ng astrology, logic, and medicine ay sinimulan ng i-translate during Al-Mansur. Ang second phase naman ay begin from Al-Mamun, who directed to translate books of all sciences. All sciences naman sa second phase. The third phase, the scholars showed their interest in translating Aristotle's books of logic and metaphysics and writing commentaries upon them. Dito sa third phase, kumbaga nagka-interest naman sila sa books ni Aristotle, which is about logic and metaphysics. And they plan to do commentaries upon the books. These are the 3 phases of work of translating the philosopher's book or Greek philosopher's book. And as I said kanina, maraming yung mga translators usually sa kanila ay Kristiyano. Kabilang sa kanila si Yahya Yohanna B. al-Bitrik, Plato's Timaeus, ang kanyang translate, Ibn al-Bitrik, Aristotle's De Anima, Hunayn his son Ishaq, his nephew Hubaysh, and his disciple Isa B. Yahya were responsible for translating almost the whole Aristotelian corpus, as well as a series of Platonic and peripatetic works. So mga Kristiyano sila. Marami sa reference natin, pero dahil masyadong humahaba yung clips, pinili kong ito lang yung ibigay ko. So kung gusto nyo magkaroon pa ng marami pang alam tungkol sa mga translators, ay pwede nung tingnan sa ating reference. And as I said, kanina mga Kristiyano sila. But ang pinakamaganda kasi ang Abbasid, kumbaga nag-succeed yung dynasty nila sa pagta-translate ng mga Greek books, ay hindi nila tinitignan. Kumbaga, hindi nagkaroon ng discrimination na porket Kristiyano or hindi Muslim yung mga translators ay hindi nila hahayang i-translate yung mga Greek books or book ng Greek philosophers. Nagpatas lang sila. Ang importante sa kanila, kumbaga maipakita ng mga tao yung kung ano yung talent na meron sila. So, thank you for now. always remember na think twice before you speak because your words and influence will plant the seeds of either success or failure in the mind of others. That would be all. Thank you and Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.